So we are going to look at the binomial distribution. Bi means two. So binomial distribution is a model that we use in experiments to try finite or numbered trials that can take place repeatedly. So binomial distribution has the following properties. How do we know it's a binomial distribution? Number one, the n number of trials is stated, is known. Number two, there are two possible outcomes which are mutually exclusive, which cannot happen at the same time. And these two possible outcomes can either be a success or can be a failure. The trials are independent of each other, and also the number of successes are observed. So these are what make up the binomial distribution. Number one, trials n are stated. So we know the number given n. Number two, there are two outcomes, a success and a failure. So we have a P and a Q. Number three, events are independent. Number four, events occur and have an equal chance. So when a machine is selecting items, it doesn't choose which machine has been selected or which ball has been selected, maybe in a lot. So binomial means two. So the formula for binomial distribution is given by x n combination x to the power p to the power x times q n minus x. And the mean is given by n times p. And the variance is given by n pq. And the standard deviation is given by square root of n pq. Now, what is this jargon I'm trying to explain? So let me be basic first of all in understanding what a combination is. So your calculator, I don't know what calculator you're using. What calculator do you have? Is the Casio or a Sharp calculator there with you?
I've got a sharp calculator, but see, I don't know.
Okay. So do you have a calculator with you there?
Trying to look for one.
Okay. But anyway, whilst you're looking for a calculator, I just want you to learn how to compute the combinations depending on the calculator that you have. So we have a Casio calculator, which is the easiest calculator to use. It looks something like this. So this calculator has a combination function here. So if you're asked to find the combination of 5, combination 3, you just press 5, combination 3 equals, it will give you 10.
And if I have a sharp calculator, I still look out for that symbol.
Yes. Do you have the calculator with you right now?
I don't know where my daughter misplaced it.
All
Still
right.
trying to look for it.
Of course, you're looking for it. It's also possible to do the computation without a calculator. So let me teach you how to use
Oh,
without a calculator.
okay.
I'll start with the Pascal's triangle. The Pascal's triangle is simply That's with 3 ones. 1, 1, 1. Then you start adding numbers. 1 plus 1, 2. All together so far. Then we add 1 plus 2. We put a 3 there. 2 plus 1, 3 there. Then you close with 1s. You do the same throughout. 1 plus 3, you have a 4. 3 plus 3, 6. 3 plus 1, 4. Then we close with the 1s. Go with me. What are we having here? 5, 10,
Yes.
10,
Then let's do it. Oh, 5.
and you close. Then 6,
6.
15, 20, 15, 6, close. Then here, 7,
7.
21, 35, 85, 21, 7, 1. Can go on and on, but for now, that is enough. So now, how does this one help us calculate the combinations? For instance, we have 5, combination 3. You go where there's 5 as the second number, so you count 3 times. 1, 2, 3. The answer is 10. But 5 combination 1, you go 5 combination 1. Okay, so 0, 1. So that is 5. Let's try 6 combination 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the answer is what? 15. So try 7 combination 3. What is 7 combination 3?
35.
Yes, 35. So 0, 1, 2, 3. What is 7 combination 0?
7 combination 0. That would be 1.
So anything
Oh,
combination
sorry.
1, correct? What is 7 combination 7?
1.
So anything combination itself is 1 as well. All right? So 6 combination 6 is 1. 6 combination 0 is 1. 6 combination 1 is 6. 6 combination 5 is 6. Anything combination 1 or the second last number is itself. All right, so sometimes we write it in terms of this format. So when I say find the combination of 4 combination 2, you can write like that. What is 4 combination 2? 0, 1, 2. The answer is 6. All right. So we're finding combinations even without a calculator.
Oh, this is the other way it can be written.
Yes, this is the other way it can be.
Oh, okay.
So tell me, what is the combination of 6, combination 4? What answer do you get?
15.
So sorry, I was muted. I was saying it's 15. So
Yes,
I was asking, is it correct?
yes, 15. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 15. So this is using the Pascal's triangle. Okay, now you can also find the combination using a formula. The formula is given by n combination r is equal to n factorial over n minus r factorial times r factorial. What is a factorial? 4 factorial means what? We are multiplying backwards. 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, which is 24. What is 3 factorial? 3 times 2 times 1, which is equal to 6. 0 factorial is 1. Okay. So let's try
What are we finding here?
the other way of calculating combination using the formula. First, I need you to understand what a factorial is. A factorial means you're multiplying backwards. Let's say 4 factorial is 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. 3 factorial, 3 times 2 times 1. 2 factorial means 2 times 1. Just that number going down adds up to 1. So if they tell you what
Okay.
5 combination 3, using this formula, our n is the number on top here. So this will be 5 factorial.
Oh,
We know the answer is supposed to be 10. Then n minus r. Our r is a radical here, the 3. So this is 5 minus what? 3 factorial times the radical itself, the 3. So here we're going to have 5 factorial over what? 2 factorial times what? 3 factorial. So what is 5 factorial? 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. What is 2 factorial? 2 times 1. What is 3 factorial? 3 times 2 times 1. So this cancels with that. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 into 4 is 2. So what is 5 times 2? Is 10. So this is using the formula. Okay.
but Collins, it's like I'm stepping out a little bit. I dropped the little one at school. I don't know why my phone gives difficult to connect. I'm using a laptop.
All right. Okay.
Sign this,
So
please.
we're going to try another one. Factorial. 6 combination 3. So we know that n combination r is n factorial combination n minus r factorial times r factorial. So just putting this, what is our n? 6. What is our n minus r? 6 minus 3 factorial. And the radical is 3 factorial. So you're simply having 6 factorial over 3 factorial, which is a 6 minus 3, and the 3, which is the radical. So 6 factorial means 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. In mathematics, a dot is representing what? A multiplication. So 3 factorial is 3 times 2 times 1. The other 3 factorial is 3 times 2 times 1. So these ones are the same. 3 times 2 times 1 is 6. So it just cancels with the 6. So you're going to remain with 5 times 4. So what is 5 times 4? It is 20. So 6 combination 3 is 20. All right, so this is optional when you're using the formula. So let's try to find 10 combination 3. Who wants to try from the formula? What are we going to have on top? 10 factorial, then down, 10 minus 3 factorial, then the 3 factorial. So this will be 10 factorial over 7 factorial, 3 factorial. So what is 10 factorial?
10 times 9 times 8
So 10 is 9 is 8,
times
7
7
factorial. It's going downwards. Well, 7. Where do you have a 7 factorial? Just end until the biggest factorial here. Here, 7 factorial means it's going downwards. Then the 3 factorial can break it down. 3 times 2 times 1. 7 factorial cancels the 7 factorial. Okay. 3 here goes 3 times. 2 there goes 4 times. 3 times 12 is 120. So this is how 120 calculated. All right. Let's try another one. 7 combination 3. What do we do? We're going to have what? 7 factorial over 7 minus 3 factorial times 3 factorial. Which is 7 factorial over 4 factorial times 3 factorial, which is 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 up to 1. But I'm not going to go up to 1 because of the 4 factorial here. So 4 factorial is there. Then this is 3 times 2 times 1. So this cancels. This is a 6, which is that one. So 7 times 5 is 35. Okay. So this is how we are doing the factorials. Now, since you know how to do the table, at the moment, we can go to calculating now the basics. So remember the binomial distribution is given by what? So binomial distribution is given by the formula x n mention x or b to the power x q to the power n minus x. So suppose we're given our n as 6, p as 0.2. So but A, let's try to find the mean. The mean is given by NP. Our N is 6, our P is 0.2. So when you multiply, we're going to get our mean as 1.2. Our variance is given by NPQ. Our N is 6, our P is 0.2, our Q is 0.8. How do we find the 0.8? P and Q always add up to what? 100%. So if your P is 20%, your Q should by default be 80%. So this is how we calculate it. So we get 0.96. And the standard deviation is the square root of NPQ. So when you square root that, we get 0.9797. So regarding finding the mean, standard deviation, and variance, I don't want you to have a problem. I don't want to go into the nitty-gritties there, but let's try another one. If we have N is 10 and P is 0.3. when we're given just these two information, help me find our Q. What is the Q? Q is 1 minus P because this must add up to 100. So if our P is 0.3, our Q should be 1 times 0.3, which is 0.7. Okay. So who remembers how to find the mean? The mean is what? NP. Our N is 10, our P is 0.3. So our mean will be 10 times 0.3, which is 3. What is our variance? NPQ. 10 times 0.3 times 0.7. So what we get is 2.1. What is our standard deviation? Square root of the variance. So square root of 2.1. Square root of 2.1, we're going to get 1.449. I want this to sink in your head. Let's try, suppose we're given our n as 8 and our p is 0.2. Can somebody tell me what is our q? What becomes our q? Okay, so help me find the mean, the variance, and the standard deviation. Quickly, calculate these three. If our n is given by that. Try to calculate for me. How do you find the mean? How's the mean calculated, anyone? Are you following? Can you see what I've done so far? Are you following what I've done?
Yeah.
So where is this 0.8 coming from? The difference from the P. This is 20%, this is 80%. The mean is NP. So N is 8, P is 0.2. The variance is NPQ. So this times that times that. Okay. 8 times 0.2 times 0.8. So this is 1.28. Then when we square root the answer here, we're going to find 1.13. So this is how these are computed. All right. Now, we need to understand some probabilistic language. When you get a word at least 2, what does it mean? It means 2 and above. When you hear a word at most 2, what does it mean? 2 and what? And below. When you hear the word no more than 2, what does it mean? When you hear the word no less than 2. No more than 2 is the same as no more than 2, it's the same as at most 2. It means 2, 1, 0. No less than 2 is the same as at least 2. So meaning 2 should be the minimum. It's 2, 3, 4, that's above. Less than 2 means what? Below 2. Means 1, 0. Greater than 2 means what? Starting from 3, 4, 5, and above. All right. So these are the parameters we're looking at. So suppose we're given our N at 6, our P at 0.2. Let's start with the mean. Who remembers how to find the mean? How do you find the mean?
Multiply N times P.
NP, correct. 6 times 0.2, which is equal to 1.2. How do you find the variance?
N multiply P and Q.
Our Q in this case.
No.
What is our Q? 1 minus P. The Q is a remainder from the P. If our Q is P is 0.2, our Q is 0.8. So we're going to multiply 6 times 0.2 and 0.8. All right. So what do we get? 0.96. The standard deviation, the square root of that answer. 0.9798. So in that regard, okay. Now let's go to the other aspect that I want to introduce. We said our N is 6, our P is 0.2. Meaning our Q is what? 0.8. They ask you to find the probability of x is equal to 0. Probability of x is equal to 1. Probability of x is equal to 2. So using the formula x n x p to the power x q n minus x. So we set the probability of x is equal to 0. So we're just using the same formula here. 6 combination 0. Then here times p is 0 0.2. The q is 0 0.8. X is equal to 1. 6 combination 1. 0 0.2 is our p. 0.8. And also here, x is equal to 2. 6 combination 2. Here we have x 0 0.2 is our p, 0 0.8 is our q. Now here I need you to follow me closely. According to the formula, x goes on the p. The difference between x and our n is on the q. So 0 will come here. Then what comes here? 6 minus 0 is 6. The 2 must add up to the top. 6 plus 0 is 6. So tell me, where does the 1 go?
On the 0.2.
Here. Then what comes here?
Six.
6 minus 1, which is what?
5.
The 2, are they adding up to 6 on top? Yes. How about here?
So the 2 and 0
Where does the 2 go?
0.2.
0.2.
Okay. Then what comes here?
4.
4.
4, correct. So far on the replacement, are we together? On how
Yes.
in the formula. Now, even if we are using the calculator, what is 6 combination 0? Six combination 0. In number combination 0 to is what? In number combination 0, remember the Pascal's triangle. 1, 1, 1. 1 plus 1, 2. Here we have 1 plus 2 is 3. 2 plus 1, 3 equals 1 plus 3, 4. 3 plus 3, 6. 3 plus 1, 4 equals 1 plus 4, 5. 4 plus 6, 10. 6 plus 4, 10. 4 plus 5 equals 1 plus 5, 6. 5 plus 10, 15. 10 plus 10, 20. 10, 15. 6. Very close. So in number combination 0 is what? 1. So 6 combination 0 is what? 1. What 6 combination 1? 0, 1, 2, 3. So 6 combination 1 is 6. 6 combination 2, 15. Remember where we started from, right? Are we getting this?
Yes.
Yes. So the other, okay, calculate what is 0.2 to the power 0? It is 1. 0.8 to the power 6 is 0. What? 262. So multiply this times that, we're going to get 0.262. And what is 0.6 combination 1 is 6. 0.2 to the power 1 is 0.2. 0.8 to the power 5 is 0.328. So we multiply all these, we're going to get our final answer 0.393. 6 combination 2 from the Pascal's triangle is 15. 0.2 to the power 2 is 0.04. 0.8 to the power 4 is what? 0.4096. So we'll multiply these three, 15 times 0.04 times 0.4098. The total answer we're going to get is 0.246. All together so far, these answers we're finding on the probabilities. All together. Can I repeat that? Are we following?
Can you repeat that again?
Okay, so we've been asked to find the probabilities of x is equal to 0, x is equal to 1, and x is equal to... All right, so we're using that. So x is equal to 0, x is equal to 1, x is equal to 2. So this is the formula we're going to use. X n combination xp to the power x cubed. So we started with x is equal to 0. Okay. X is equal to 0, 6 combination 0. Then our p was 0.2, our q was 0.8. So the 0 comes on the p. The difference 6 minus 0 comes here. Again, 6 combination 1, the 1 comes here. The difference 6 minus 1 is 5. You need to make sure that the numerator, the powers add up to the 6. Then 6 combination 2, the 2 comes here. 6 minus 2 is 4. So when you add 4 plus 2, it gives us 6. Then you start computing them individually. 6 combination 0, any number combination 0 is 1. So that's a 1 there. 0.2 to the power 0, and now the power 0 is 1. 0.8 to the power 6, we got that. So when we multiply these three, 1 times 1 times 0.26, we get 0.262. All right, then we went to here. 6 combination 1 is 6. 0.2 to the power 1 is 0.2. 0.8 to the power 5 is 0.328. When we multiply these three, we get 0.393. 6 combination 2 is 15. 0.2 to the power 2 is 0.04. 0.8 to the power 4 is 0.4096. When we multiply these three, we get 0.246. Is that clear now?
Yes.
Okay. So now is our language. If we're asked to find at most find the at most two. At most two means what? Find the probability at most two. At most two means what? Less or equal to what? 2. So this is a probability of 0, plus probability of 1, plus probability of 2. So less or equal to 2, we're starting from 0 up to 2. So 2 going downwards. What was the probability of 0? The calculated probability of 0 was what? 0.262. What was the probability of 1? Probability of 1 was what? 393. Then 246. 393. 246. So in this regard, what are we getting? Or 6. So the total probability here we're getting is 0.901. Okay. Suppose they ask us to find the probability at least 2. What does at least 2 mean? 2 and above. Greater or equal to 2. It means you're starting from what? Probability of 2 plus probability of 3 plus probability of 4 plus probability of 5 plus probability of 6. And the last number n is 6. So this one is tedious. So we know the probability from 0 up to 6 should give us 1. So the shortcut is just do 1 minus the numbers below the 2. The sum of the probabilities below the 2. Or 1 minus the missing values. What numbers are below 2? Probability of 0 and probability of 1. Because we know that from probability of 0 up to probability of 6, we're going to get a 1. So we just subtract what we don't know. We'll get we subtract what we know from the total. We'll get what we don't know. The probability of 0 is 0.262. Probability of 1 is 0.393. So these two will give us a sum of 0.655. So we subtract this from 1. We're going to get 0.345. All right. So this is the probability binomial. Now, how do questions come? Let's go to our textbook. Remember, I've talked about binomial. The mean is NP, the variance NPQ. 1 minus P is same as a Q. And they're giving you a shortcut. It is random variable X, binomial N, comma P. So they ask you a question to say, we have been what? Given the following scenario. A new drug disease is known to be effective 70% of the cases. 6 patients are suffering from the disease to be treated. So already we have our P is 0.7. So meaning what is our Q? 0.3 or 30%. Then 6 patients are suffering. So our N is given, you're given P and N. So our P is 6. Our P is 6. And our Q, where P is 0.7 and our N is 6. So part 1, find the probability that 4 patients will be treated. So our X is 4. So we're going to do 6 combination 4. So the 70% is 0.07 and the 30% is a failure, 0.3. So the 4 will come on the 70, then the difference 6 minus 4, which is 2. Remember the top parts must add up to the top. So 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. So you compute what is 6 combination 4. Taught you how to use a Pascal's triangle or how to use a calculator. 0.7 to the power 4, 0.3 to the power 2. You compute that together. So this is how the question comes in an applied perspective, just similar to what we just discussed. All right. Find the probability at least 2 patients will be successfully treated. So what does at least means? 2 and above. Now there are 6. 2 and above means 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the shortcut is to find the probabilities of 0 and 1 and subtract them from 1. So probability at least 2 means 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the shortcut is 1 minus the ones below 2, which is 0 and 1. So what's the probability of 0? 0, 6 combination 0, the 0 comes on 70, and the 6 comes on the 30. Plus combination of 1, the 1 comes on the 70, then 6 minus 1, the 5 comes on the 30. So when you compute the combination of 0, you get this. Combination of 1, we get this. So when you add these 2 and subtract from 1, this is the value for at least 2. Just from what I'm explaining. All right. Then find the mean and the variance. The mean is NP. Our N was 6 and our P was 70. So 6 times 70, 4.2. Our variance is NPQ. So our 6, 70, and 30, we get 1.26. And our standard deviation is the square root of the variance, which is square root of 1.26, which is 1.122. So this is basically what I was trying to explain to you. Similarly, we're told that the recent graduate applying for 5 jobs, already given N is 5, believes that he has a constant and dependent, a constant and dependent 0.6. So 0.6 is our P. Of offering the job or the application, also probability that they will have no offers. No offers means 0. At least 4 offers, fewer than 4 offers. So our P is what? 0.6, our N is 5. So part A is asking us for no offers. So X is equal to 0. So 5 combination 0, the 0 comes in the 6. And if our P is 60%, the failure is 40%. So 0.4 is our Q. So 5 minus 0 is 5. The 0 comes there. I've taught you how to compute this. So our X is equal to 0 is 0.102. Then at least 4, it means 4 going up. So 4 and 5. So how to know? We don't always subtract. You know where the job is easier. At least 4 means 4 and 5. That you can find directly. So 4 and 5, there's no need of subtracting. So we're looking for 4 and 5. If you have 10 and I tell you at least 2, it means 2, 3 up to 10. That is a lot of work. So you subtract 1 minus the unlisted, the missing values, which is 0 and 1. But if I have 1, our N is 10, and I say at least 8, just 8, 9, 10. Directly, there's no need for subtracting. Similarly, if I have numbers 1 up to 10, and I say at most 2, at most 2 means 2 and below. So 0, 1, and 2, that is easy. But if I say at most 2 and they are 10, at most 8 and they are 10, it means 0, 1, 2, 3, up to 8. But that is a lot of work. The opposite is what you do when there's a lot of work. So you subtract 1 minus what you have. So if you have at most 8, you subtract 1 minus 9 and 10. Are we together? Am I making sense at that point? Is that clear at that moment?
Good morning.
Yes, please.
Sorry to take you back. I joined in late, so kindly help me with how to compute. Is it okay? I don't know how you call it, but the one in brackets 5 to 0.
So I'll send you the video for the combination because we're actually done.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I'll send you the video, sorry. Any other questions regarding that? So I will send you homework and the video. Just these two questions that I need you to do, 4.8 and 4.7. So we end here for now. Have a great day.
Yeah, I've missed. This is when I'm